Amigos, it's Senora Davis, and here are your directions for today, el 11 de diciembre. So first of all, if you have questions, please join the Google Meet. I have had very few people who actually join, so please make sure you do. 10:30 for my virtual students and 1 o'clock for my face-to-face students. Now, it looks like you have a lot to do today, but it's really not that much. It's because we have to do your communication activity, where you just have to answer quickly how you feel about this test coming up, and explain why. A quick 2-minute survey. Make sure you click the purple submit button, otherwise I don't see those answers, and then submit in Schoology. The next thing you're going to do is more practice with La Corrida de Toros. So on Wednesday, you should have watched the Edpuzzle video on running of the bulls. And so this is more practice with that on a Go Formative, where you're reading a short story about it and then answering questions. It's not too long. It's just a short, a couple paragraphs, couple sentences, I should say, in Spanish. And you are then going to answer the questions about the running of the bulls. So I give you some vocab words up here that you might need. And then here's the story. You're just going to tell me in 3 quick sentences what it was in English, and then explain what all of these, fill in the blank for these questions here, and explain what you think about the running of the bulls. The next thing is some practice with the grammar that we did in this chapter. So the forms of ir and then your stem changing verbs. So where it says repaso de gramática, that's grammar review. You'll review ir, so voy, vas, va, vamos, vais, and van, and then using a, al, or a la after that. Remember with these activities as well, once you finish, you've got to go back and check your answers and see how you did. If you just go on to the next assignment without seeing how you did on this, then you're going to make the same mistakes in your test when it comes up. So please go back and check your answers when you're all done. And maybe you just made some silly mistakes, maybe you made some really crucial ones and you want to redo it. You can do it twice, so please do that. Not many people have taken these more than one time. So for this first one, you're going to conjugate some changing verbs, what we just got done learning. And then for the second one, forms of ir. And I gave you some notes up here to think about when you're choosing your answers. So you're going to use a form of ir and a if you're talking about what you're going to do. So a verb that comes after. You're going to use a form of ir and al if you're talking about going to a place that's masculine. So el centro, el parque, el restaurante. If you have el in the front of it, then it's going to be al. And then you'll use a form of ir, a la, if you're going to a feminine place, like calle, acera, biblioteca. Those are all la words, and so that would use an a la. So for this first one, mis amigos, that's going to be our form of ir is van. And then we have centro, downtown. So that's not something we're going to do. That's a place we're going. So we're going to use al, because centro is masculine. Mis amigos van al centro. But for the second one, the yo form of ir is voy. And then it says pedir el pollo. Pedir is to order. That's something we're going to do. It's a verb action. So we just put an a. And that's how you'll complete this activity here. Remember to go back and check your answers to make sure you're doing it correctly, and redo it if you need to. Then there's going to be some practice with listening and reading. Actually, just listening. So it's a 2 quick, easy listening portions with multiple choice and matching questions. And then the last thing that you have on here is optional. It's if you want the feedback on your writing. I did this for you last time. So if you want to send me a sample writing portion, this is on your study guide that you received before. You can type your writing portion in here and submit, and I will send you back feedback. Now, if you do this, please make sure you look for the email I send back to you. It's going to be through Google Forms. It'll say that this form has been returned to you. Please click it and click view so you can see what I said. A lot of you did it last time and then didn't fix the mistakes that I told you to fix. So please make sure you do that if you want the feedback. But it is not required to do this. So like I said, I know it looks like a lot of work to do, but these are mostly quick assignments, quick review things, and you've got the 2 days to do them. So your test will be on Tuesday, the 15th. You must do it before our next session, which is the 17th. So you have plenty of time to get that done. Make sure you get all of your review assignments completed so that you're ready to go. If you have questions, let me know. Adios.